is everyone?
Welcome to the Soundrop Livestream. Today is June 10th. Isn't that right, Rusty?
Sure. I have literally no concept of what day or time it is currently.
And why is that?
I've been on tour in Europe the last 2.5 weeks.
Oh my God! Touring that show you do with like the squirrels and they do the tricks and.
No circus performers. No silliness like that.
No.
Oh dear Lord.
We did stay in a commune in Münster, Germany. They call it a squat, but it was basically, just like people built their own houses out in the middle of nowhere. And it's just like their own community.
What?
That sounds like it's not the middle of nowhere then.
Yeah, they made it the middle of somewhere. And
I want to live in the middle of somewhere.
It was super, super cool. Chelsea, I did not get to go to Scandinavia this time. We did a week in France. We played an open air festival next to castle ruins in the middle of nowhere in Switzerland. That was incredible.
That sounds
Ruins
cool.
like Pink Floyd?
Sure.
Have you seen the thing where Pink Floyd plays in the ruins? Anyway.
No, but I mean, we played up on the top of this hill, like this massive stage, and then about, I don't know, like a quarter mile up the hill from there was like ruins from this old, like 12th century castle. And they had lit up.
That's amazing.
It's fantastic.
So how many cities did you play?
We played, I think, 11 or 12 total.
Oof.
Yeah.
All right, real quick, what's the name of your band?
I'm in a post-metal band called Soul. So we mix elements of post-rock, like the cinematic kind of soundscape kind of stuff, lots of crescendos and builds, and then we have other elements of like hardcore punk and black metal.
Hardcore punk? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I need to go see your band more. That is righteous. I'm sorry you had to come back.
Well, got to pay the bills, so we can do it again next year. We're already talking with that same band that we toured with about doing Japan next year.
Nice.
So.
Rusty, I'm so proud of you. Now, what was the grossest moment? Was there a gross moment?
There were. Let's see. There were some pretty gross moments.
Okay. How gross?
I mean, I literally didn't shower for 5 days. The last 5 days of tour.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Lots of like baby wipes and gas stations and making things work.
Tour bath.
Guys,
tour
A
baths.
nasty gas station bathroom and some baby wipes.
Yeah, but fun fact, in Europe, apparently...
We immediately lost 2 viewers.
Really? You're talking about tour baths?
Yeah, tour baths are less than ideal. But yeah, interestingly enough, some of my favorite moments were getting coffees out of vending machines at gas stations. Because it really doesn't matter...
That's the lamest thing I have ever
It doesn't matter
heard
where
about.
you go, the coffee is always better than literally everything
okay.
here. That's my point.
Good coffee on tour. That does sound like a dream come true.
That
Yeah.
sounds pretty awesome.
And when'd you get back into town?
Flew back into Seattle last night at 5:30.
You just got back last night
Yep, last night.
from Europe?
Yep, and then crashed at a friend's place, woke up 3 a.m, and drove back here. And,
Just to be here for this live stream.
just to be here for this live stream. So let's do it.
All
And
right.
that is what's on Rusty's mind. Tour, still.
There's
Whoa.
nothing left in my mind.
Good.
Yeah.
Good for you. All right, so on this episode of the Soundrop Livestream, we're not going to do any bits. I'm not going to talk about wrestling unless it just kind of happens spontaneously. Sometimes wrestling talk just wells up from within me and overfloweth into Rebecca's ears. But we're going to not do that. We're not going to talk about anything more that's on Rusty's mind unless it comes up spontaneously. We're just going to answer questions
Yeah.
from people that are in the chat. Who's in the chat here?
we
Yo,
got-
I have a question.
Yeah.
Frank.
Let's do Frank. David Russell already more or less answered it.
Oh.
But we can dig into it a little bit more.
Yeah.
So Frank's question is, if I want to put out an EP, how would I do that? Like, there's only 2 options, album and single. So how can I do an EP?
All right. So there's only 2 options, album and single. Right?
Right.
Okay, that's when you're like setting the album up inside Soundrop. It says, is this an album or a single, right? That's the question. And he's confused because it's an EP.
Well, it's even more black and white than that. It's a single if there's 1 track.
Yep.
As far as we're concerned in the system, and then it's considered an album if it's anything above a track. Reason being is that each store has a different set of rules as to what they consider an EP to be. So let's see. I'm gonna guess, and you're gonna tell me how close I am.
Oh,
Wait,
okay,
let me
okay,
guess.
okay.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then you tell you.
And then, all right, so you give us
Yes.
the worst, and then I'll do pretty okay, and
in
then Rebecca will
ascending-
give us the
yeah,
answer.
In
Okay.
ascending
In
order
ascending
of knowledge.
order.
All right, I think it's 1 to 3 tracks will come up as a single on most services. 4 to 6 will come up as an EP, and 7 and up will be an album.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
1 to 3 is a single if the total amount of time is under 15 minutes, and
Show
not
off.
not one track is over 10 minutes in length.
Very close. A single is 1 to 3 tracks with a runtime of less than 10 minutes.
10 minutes, damn it.
Yes, so you can't have a track over 10 minutes, obviously, because then it's an EP. An EP, 4 to 6 tracks with a runtime between 10 and 30 minutes. Over 30 minutes, it is an album. So those are really the rules for what you can say is an EP. So like the blah, blah, blah EP or like single. Partners all have kind of different rules on what they'll label an EP and what they'll label an album, what they'll label a single, but those are just for putting it in the metadata.
All right, so let me clarify this. I can have 3 songs that
Yep.
are all 9 minutes and 58 seconds,
Yeah.
and that'll come up as a single?
No, an
No,
EP.
an EP.
Oh, okay, the total run
Has
time.
to be
Is
under
less
30
than
minutes.
10 minutes.
Okay, so
for
if
a
I
single.
have 3 songs on 3 songs that are each 4 minutes long,
Yes,
and
so
so
you're
it's
at 12
minutes,
minutes.
that's an EP.
Yes.
And if I have 6 songs that are all 2 minutes long, that's an album.
That's an EP. Six tracks is
Oh,
12
the
minutes in length.
runtime. Okay, so
Yeah.
no matter how many tracks, if it's less than 30 minutes in length, but more than 10 minutes in length, it's an EP.
Yes.
And so the services just like Spotify, Apple, they just come up with their own. Like they just take the data we send them, track times, track count, and then they just make it either single, EP, or album for their system.
Yep.
All right. Are there any other types of anythings?
No. There's only single. So it's very interesting. Let me get my content approval glasses adjusted.
Oh my God, are you guys ready for some? Boom. How far into the stream are we? 11 minutes, and we're already getting good info.
Okay.
Actually, it's like 8.
So there's this thing called reference to physical or digital product,
Oh,
which
boy.
is not allowed in your metadata.
Oh, okay.
So you can say EP because that is a commonly accepted phrase that does not refer to a physical or a digital product. You cannot say LP because that is still considered
That's a record.
a record.
Yeah, a vinyl.
Dun dun dun.
What about double album?
No. Well, I mean, you can do that. I just don't like that naming convention.
Yeah. my double digital album.
My double digital
Right?
album.
Yeah.
All right.
Frank has another question, which I am going to kind of piggyback on this one.
Yeah,
Is
let's
there
do
a
it.
way to do a live album?
Yes.
Yes. Rusty, how do we do live albums?
Well, so you could make a reference to it being live on the album title, and then in the title version for each track, you would just do live version or something of that nature. You want to make sure that there's a distinction that everybody understands doing live in studio versus live in front of an audience, because live in
Yes.
studio is not really a live
It's
album.
not a thing, so
But-
you can't say live in studio.
Right. But if you have applause, audible applause in the background, like when you're performing, then that's considered a live album. We're happy to distribute it.
Yep. So if like Pony was singing and I was like, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a live audience
Got one.
That's-
of one.
That's about what it would. That would be the response to me singing. Though, I have a question now. Like, what if it has never been released before? It's the first version ever released. It happens to be live. Can you still use the title version even if that's the only version out there?
You have to use the title version.
You have to.
You
note
have
that
to
it's
indicate
live?
that it's live. Yeah.
What?
And that's because, some people might not want to buy a live album because it's not the same audio quality they might want. And they don't like the applause.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
letting your customers make informed decisions.
Exactly.
Okay, so title version live required for all live recordings.
Yes.
Yep.
Snap. All right. What we got? More questions? Will there be an option to opt in your tracks to Content ID soon? Well, all right. So what are we talking about when we say content ID? That usually people are talking about YouTube, right?
Yes.
And now other systems have some kind of like content identification, audio fingerprint, something or other in there. But most people, they say content ID, they're talking about YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
How does YouTube content ID work, first of all?
First of all, how does it work?
Who knows?
I do.
Yeah.
So does Rusty.
I mean, so basically you think about it as a repository of like all the audio from every, like we would deliver a catalog of all of the audio.
Yeah, let's
or
limit
whatever.
it to how it works for audio.
For audio,
Right.
so yeah, we would send audio, and YouTube would use that audio as reference, and then any new video that pops up, they'll scan against our audio. If there's a match, then they know that the uploader is using our artist's content.
Right.
Yep.
And then that will generate ad revenue, which comes back to the artist. It's a win-win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we basically upload a clip of audio, which in your case would be a song.
Yeah.
And we go, hey, this right here is our audio. Whenever YouTube matches audio on their system to this reference file, we get to see that and potentially monetize or take a piece of the revenue that might be getting earned by that channel or video, right?
Yeah.
So here's where this is particularly interesting when it comes to cover songs, which is kind of our bread and butter. Say you upload your cover of how about Ed Sheeran? We use Ed Sheeran as an example. You upload your cover of an Ed Sheeran song, and
And you're so proud of how you just nailed the intro to it. You're so happy with how it turned out. It sounds kind of like the real song. It sounds pretty close.
sounds a lot like the real song.
Can you imagine what'll happen?
What do we call those again, guys?
Well, it's like a sound-alike, yeah.
Yeah, Veronica with the answer. It's a sound-alike.
Yeah, but I mean, once the vocals
YouTube
come in,
content ID
you know.
experts all around.
I mean, you can think about it as like, yeah, this acoustic intro is like, it's perfect, and then the bass drop comes in, and it's very clearly a cover song. There's still going to be some sort of reference overlap between the original Ed Sheeran song and your totally sick bass song.
Yep.
Yeah. So you can imagine the trouble it would cause if we were to upload a reference file and say, yes, this is one of our artists. Please claim any audio on your system that matches this reference file. And it matched Ed Sheeran's actual song. That's a serious situation. So when we get into these things, we got to do it very slowly and cautiously and make sure that that's not going to happen so that we can, once we start doing it, we can keep doing it.
Yeah.
So
Right.
we're working on that right now. I don't think we have a timeline to
We
communicate.
do not.
We're working with YouTube
But we are
to
working
figure
on
out
it.
how we can do this for cover song artists without interfering with the original artists, which are oftentimes going to be very powerful, mainstream, important artists, without creating conflicts with their content.
Exactly.
Yeah. So no timeline on YouTube Content ID right now.
It is something that we talk about constantly. We are working on it. And when we have news, we'll
We'll share it.
definitely
Yes,
reach out.
definitely.
We're as eager as you are.
I saw a question from Chelsea. What's in the koozies, you guys?
Top secret soda.
Top secret soda.
It's Soundrop Light.
It's Soundrop Light. Oh dear, we're really going behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Yeah, pulling back the curtain on music distribution here. All right.
And then Frank had another question. Is Content ID a thing for non-cover artists? Not with us right now. That could be something we work on, but we really want to get it out there for every single person that uses Soundrop, that has a valid reference file that's not like a remix or a sound-alike. So not at this time, but we're working on it.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Rose is
Rose
he
here.
streaming himself watching our stream?
He brought his viewers over
Yeah.
from his stream to our stream.
Aw,
Thanks,
hello,
Ro.
Rose viewers.
Yeah, buddy.
We got our t-shirts today, Ro, which was super exciting.
Yeah, representing.
Yeah.
This one, I like the color options.
Yes.
That's shocking.
they're-
I would have never guessed.
Shocking
Yeah.
person. All right. Do we have any other questions here? in the chat? So if not, we're gonna move on.
I think we got them all.
Yeah.
So far.
Should we move on?
Yeah, let's move on. All right. Stephen Morris, who we all know and love.
Yes.
He asked, how do I get the links for my songs after they're delivered but before they go live?
Oh, that's
Is
such
that
a
a
good
thing?
question.
That's a great question.
How would you do it? Is there a way to do it?
Well.
Is there a way to do it?
Oh, I stunned Rusty and Rebecca. Right
No.
No.
There is a way to do
There
it.
Oh, it's a really hacky way?
Well, no, it's you have to ask us to find it for you. Is
Yes.
my understanding because it's
Well,
not
you guys
public
are nice.
facing. Yeah. Of
we
course.
we are nice. I would say if you have a super big release and you are doing like a big marketing campaign around it, absolutely we want to help you out, get those links ahead of time.
Yeah.
However, if it's just kind of your normal weekly release, you'll get the links when it goes live. If you are doing a pre-save campaign on show.co, we will get you your URI. And if you just want to like sneak in there that you want the URL to, we'll get that to you.
Oh, I see. Okay, so what would somebody even use the URL for before, so they can like populate it and like, you know,
So their link's
videos and other
ready.
promotion?
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Get it
if,
all ready,
if,
ready.
yeah, if I have a YouTube music video that I'm uploading and I want it to be ready on Friday and I'm
Right.
timing that release itself,
Yeah.
it would be great to have all of the links in the description.
Yep.
How do we get that? Can we get that?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's literally one of us digging through the CMS.
Yep.
Is
For
there a way
most
to just
partners. Some
pull it in
partners
from
we
the
don't
C-
have a CMS.
There's no way to just pull it in from. Can we talk to CD Baby? Do they know how to do that?
No.
Oh, all right. That's just, all right. It sounds like it's a industry-wide challenge here, is getting these links.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a real thing.
Yeah, as soon as it's live, then we have the links for you, and you can actually see it in your account. It's just ahead of time. We don't grab it.
Yeah.
Alright.
And we'll also email it to you just for your
That's also
convenience.
that's very true.
Actually, I believe it's Amazon and YouTube Music will email you ahead of time with
And
the
Deezer
link.
sometimes.
And Deezer sometimes. So that's also an option. If you do a pre-order, you'll get the pre-order link emailed to you ahead of time on iTunes and I believe Google Play as well.
Yes.
All right. But if you really need it and it's important,
Like the one store
Email us.
that you probably want it for the most, like Spotify. That's
Yeah.
the only one
Yeah.
that we don't.
though I will say this: if it's that big of a release for you, or if it's important, get it uploaded and delivered to Spotify weeks ahead of time. That way, you have time to email us, get the links, sort out any confusion or weird stuff that might be going
Yeah.
on, and that way you can be confident that like on the day it goes live, everything's already sorted out, and you're not like frantically messaging me like the night before when I'm like, oh, I don't know.
I love uploading Thursday night and then tweeting you Friday morning saying, "Hey, what's going on?"
That's you?
Yes.
Oh man, I didn't realize that was you doing that.
I will also add one thing to this conversation, which is I get a lot of questions from folks, mostly when they're first using Soundrop, that's like, hey, my release is still in delivery and it's the night before the release date. What's going on? Is it going to be live? Is something wrong? The way to check on that is if it says your release has been delivered to the store, but it has not been approved to go live yet, and you have a specific release date, that is totally normal. It's not approved to go live because when you set a release date, you told the partner, hey, I don't want this to go live until this date. So they're not going to approve it until the date you set. So that's totally normal. If there is a reason to be concerned, what you'll see is that like the delivery is like still in progress. It won't say it's been confirmed. So at that point, you can hit us up and just be like, hey, I just want to make sure that this gets
I see.
redelivered.
So real quick, that distinction between in process and it's been delivered but not approved yet gives you that little not approved message, right?
Right.
That's how you know they got it.
Yep, you can just have to hover over that like orange circle and it'll tell you exactly what's going on.
That's kind of confusing terminology in general. Not approved. Because do they really approve it or do they just switch it on? Can we change that?
Yeah, we can change it.
We can
We
change
can change
that.
that? Rusty, can you just go into the code right now
Yeah,
and change it?
Yeah.
dude, don't worry.
Can you hack the mainframe?
Yes.
Wait, no, don't screw with anything. It'll crash your computer.
I'm gonna hack a Gibson.
You're what?
Never mind.
Okay.
Hacker's reference.
Okay. Over my head here. Look.
Yeah, you blew it.
But
All right.
What? Look at this.
Pizza time! Thanks, Veronica.
We're eating pizza. This
Well.
is sweet.
You guys are
None for you.
disgusting.
Rusty's.
Not rusty.
Rusty.
No, Rusty ate an entire vegan goat right before he came here.
Entire
Like,
vegan
the
goat.
first thing that he did when he got back to America was slaughter and consume a vegan goat.
All right.
Here I am eating on the internet.
Well, here, while you
That's
two are
weird.
just
Delicious.
going for that, let's see. Daniel Keyboard asked, I'm still concerned about cover songs. Y'all cover the mechanical licenses? I'm terrible in math. Yes.
Yes,
we
we
do.
sure do.
It's our specialty.
Yeah, that's what we're all about. So it's very, very straightforward for you. It's $9.99 per composition. It's a one-time fee that it pays really for us to set up the administration and to send out the notice to the original publisher of the song that you're covering, letting them know that you're covering it. And as sales start to come through, we will send off any required mechanical royalties to that publisher directly. And you just get to sit back and not worry about it.
Yep, and you can view what you've paid the publisher in mechanicals in your statements every month. There's a mechanicals payment, and there may or may not be a really good video on how to make a pivot table.
Yeah. Everybody's just like crashing the internet right now looking for Rebecca's video about pivot tables.
Yeah, let me VLOOK that up.
But the thing, the mechanical licenses,
I regret nothing.
the actual royalties and stuff just come off the top before you even collect your earnings.
Right.
So you don't have to worry about doing the math or like making sure that it's never going to be as much as you earned. So you don't have to worry about like going in the negative unless you have like crazy medleys that have like 10 compositions that need royalties. But you don't have to worry about all that. We take care of the
We do all the math.
mechanicals. You just tell us who wrote the song to the best of your knowledge, the name of the song, and then just pay the credit card thing.
Pay the credit card thing.
Pay the credit card thing. Next question.
Next
Before I say something.
question.
Deezer, what about a Deezer question?
Well, Chelsea's asking the question this has haunted me.
I was gonna say
it's
that
okay,
has
Rusty,
plagued
you know
us.
what?
Can I?
Yes, you
Yeah?
can.
I'm
Consider
authorized?
This, you're authorized. Consider this like a support group for people who deal with music distribution. We all have problems.
So
they have problems.
All right, so
Look at 'em.
let's discuss.
I have problems, clearly.
So basically, there's certain things that happen when we deliver content to stores. Either they will ingest the content, and the FTP that we upload to will basically we upload all of your art, audio, and metadata into a folder, like a temporary folder on the FTP of the store that we're delivering to. And when the store receives the files correctly and ingests it successfully, they delete that temporary folder, which means that it's good. Everything's fine. It's great. So Deezer does that, but then it doesn't go up. And they don't send us any sort of error reporting. So
How do we know that the file got deleted or the folder got deleted?
well, I mean, we can see that in the FTP, and that's one of the things that we check against.
Okay.
To see if things go live. There's also an API call that we can do for UPCs.
Oh yeah, we got that.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
But ultimately, they don't do error. So what happens is, from our end, it's delivered. Status doesn't change because nothing's happened. And it's something that we're still working with them on. Cool. So yeah, Chelsea, as soon as we have a better way with Deezer for approaching this, we want to make sure that you guys can really trust everything that you're seeing when we deliver content for you.
Yeah.
And yeah, this has been something that I've been going to bat for quite a while.
We're gonna get there.
Yeah, so what do we have to just talk to Deezer and be like,
It's more of that. Yeah, I mean, we need
really?
we just need to continue making sure that we send everything properly formatted, which we're already doing. But then in addition to that, providing more examples to Deezer when things do fail so that they can investigate and update their own internal processes as well. So that, they're better equipped to handle the stuff that we're sending them with less errors on their end, considering that they don't send actual error statements or reports back to us.
Yeah.
So that's the deal.
Well, luckily, we maintain really good relationships with all the providers and all the services. That's kind of what we do. So we'll continue to work with them. Technology is not perfect. And especially with, like the smaller services that they're just like throwing up content as fast as possible, and we have a lot of stuff chugging through the pipeline. So, you know, imagine that the feed to Deezer is a series of tubes, and every once in a while, like the tape that connects the tubes gets unstuck a little, and music flows out through the cracks.
Yeah.
Is that a good way of describing it, Rusty?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
Should we-
And on that note, we are going to take a very, very quick break. Oh, we
we're
are good?
okay. Cool.
Cool.
I was gonna eat pizza.
No.
You can
You'll
still
eat it on
pizza.
air and you'll like it.
I have a great question.
I'm gonna be ingesting content, right?
Oh no.
All right.
Pizza content.
Anyway, I have a question from Twitter.
Yeah.
Chris Allen Hess is asking us, are paychecks going out this week?
We're paying people on Friday, right?
Yes, on the 14th. We will be
Wait.
paying.
Nobody updated the article.
I'm sorry, I've been in
Rusty's
Europe.
been in Europe.
I've mentally been in Europe. Wait, can we go in and update that article right now? Well, after this, we'll.
Yeah, look,
I
man,
can't. Hold on.
I'll update it tomorrow because I always go off of the exact spreadsheet that accounting sends
Yeah.
that shows each month for everything.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Spell it all out.
yeah,
We'll do that
exactly.
tomorrow.
But I don't know if we want to share the good news, but this is the highest paying month
Yes.
Boom. I think
in the history of Soundrop.
Yeah. So this week we're gonna pay people what, like
$950,000.
$950,000.
almost $1 million.
Yeah, it's
That's
so
sweet.
awesome.
And you know, you're talking about Chris Hess. He mentioned something on Twitter the other day that really warmed my heart. And we get this comment sometimes, and it is there's two comments that are always the sweetest, most heart cockle warming
Go on.
comments that we get. And it is number one is I could quit my job because
Yeah.
of my payments from you guys and just do music full time. Whenever I
That's
hear
the
that,
email that we love to get.
Yes,
Whenever
that's
I
the
hear that
best.
one.
But you know, a close second is I can pay my bills because of the
Yeah.
payments
Yes.
you guys send. And actually, that might be number one because, like, if you can quit your job and dedicate your entire life to music, like, okay, that's cool. Not many of us are going to be able to do that. But the people that are like, dude, I can just get groceries and pay my water and stuff for my Soundrop checks, that is really, that one, it's like, yes. I can't imagine a better feeling than being able to pay my bills off my own music instead of all of yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even when folks are like, hey, I can buy a pizza this month, like an extra pizza, like that's cool.
Yeah.
Like, dang, good job.
It
That's
actually-
that's a lot of streaming.
It's really, it's actually really fulfilling. I spend a lot of time screwing around on Twitter and seeing a lot of toxic stuff, and then every once in a while somebody's like, I could pay my bills, thanks, Soundrop. I'm like, made it all worthwhile. I'm gonna tweet a heart emoji. And I do. I do tweet a heart emoji. That's how much I care.
Yes.
Yeah. What else do we got here? Questions in the thing? What's
I-
up, Rusty?
I have a question that I've been asked a few times past couple weeks.
Yeah, let's do it.
Actually, I have two. I'm gonna throw the easy one out first.
All right.
Guys, is iTunes shutting down?
No, basically the app itself is. I don't know if you guys have used the iTunes application recently, and by recently I mean within the last 10 years. They decided that it was a really good idea to just like put iTunes, podcasts, movies, and apps like the App Store, like put all of that into the same application on desktop computers, and as a result, it's so sluggish and it sucks. And when you try to search for something, it actually never does it. You have to like search multiple times, and then it finally figures it out. So that article that said that iTunes is shutting down, what they mean is that application, that bloated, disgusting, old application
That everybody hates.
that everybody hates, that is going away. And instead, iTunes, the music downloading platform, is rolled into Apple Music, which is what it already is on an iPhone anyway.
Yep.
If only we had a help center article that kind of like ran through some of this stuff in detail.
If only it was called "Is iTunes really shutting down?" and
Is
had
is
some-
really in all caps?
It is.
Is it?
It totally is.
Okay, great.
Hold on. Let me find it.
Just this morning, Rebecca was like, Pony, should I post a Help Center article about this iTunes information? I was like, yeah, why not? And now it's coming up, and I'm so glad that Rebecca had the foresight to post that. Because it's not like I had an answer to the question of why not. I would if I was future me, which I am now.
Yeah.
Are we peeking yet?
We're peaking.
So peaked.
We're
All right.
peaking. I have another question
All right.
Okay.
that is related, and it will be a quick answer, and then we can get to Chelsea's question,
Yeah, which is a really good question.
which is an awesome
I
question.
want to see.
Asking all the right questions.
Yes. Guys, Louder shutting down? What's the plan? Do we have a plan?
Louder shutting down?
Well, hold on. Wait a minute.
Hang on. We'll
Say-
be back in 5. I'm just
Say that one a little louder.
Oh, no.
Oh yes. So Louder isn't doing licensing anymore. I mean, they
Yeah.
were bought by Spotify, and so they've been slowly sunsetting their services.
Yep.
Initially, it was to artists directly, and now it's to distributors as well. And and we are, walking away from them. They're walking away from us at the end
Whoa.
of June.
That sounds intense. Is one of us going to get like hit by a car and then flipped over like
Like
that
me,
Brad
Doja
Pitt?
Black.
Yeah.
Nice.
That'll be us.
Yeah, and they'll be driving
Go.
the car.
We got a plan.
Yeah.
But wait. We can't talk about.
We can't talk about...
Not specifics yet. no.
Yeah, we can't talk about specifics.
But it's in the works.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry about it. We
Yep.
take care of all that stuff. That's what we do.
Yeah.
That's why it pays to use Soundrop.
Totally.
Because when stuff starts cracking up behind the scenes, we tape it all up, we do the repairs and make sure that the ship keeps running so you have a seamless experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. And when we are at liberty to talk more about exactly how we're approaching all of this stuff, you'll be the first to know.
Yep.
And
totally.
it is actually, it's very exciting. It's been a lot of learning
Yeah.
about how licensing and publishing and all of that sort of stuff works.
Yeah. Poor both of these guys.
So, question related is licensing prices. Are licensing prices going to increase? No, everything's going to be exactly
Exactly
the
the same.
Yep, you're not even going to notice a difference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just stop thinking about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what? No more questions.
Yep.
Yep.
There's just,
Not about that.
This stream is over. It's going to be 3-4 minutes of wrestling with Pony.
Oh God.
there's been
talk
some
about NXT
rumors
UK.
circling about what's going to happen. So I've been asked that question maybe 4 or 5 times.
Right.
So I just wanted to clear the air
What are the rumors?
that Louder shutting down.
Well, it's true.
It's true. Yeah, it's true. But people just wanting to know, hey, do you have a backup plan? And it's like,
Oh.
yes,
Oh, we do.
we
Oh,
do.
yeah. We would be negligent in our duties if we did not.
Yeah, most
So
definitely.
any distributor that's out there that is not planning for Louder's exit, I wouldn't want to be on one of those services right now.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Less than ideal.
Just saying.
It's almost like they haven't started their own internal licensing department for some things.
Just kidding, Tracy, if you're watching. What is the F? Oh no.
That for respect.
Yeah.
Like
That's-
Well,
you're
teach me,
you're
children.
too old.
Fine.
It's from Grand Theft Auto, right?
Yeah.
You pay-
Oh, I didn't. play
yeah,
that.
press
Grand
F to
Theft
pay
Auto.
respects.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Joe.
Yeah.
I didn't play Grand Theft Auto.
Clearly.
Actually, I did a few times, but I never actually. I had a friend who had it, and I
You did, but you never died.
Oh, I died.
Oh.
I died hard. But what I did was I just liked kind of just driving around and obeying the traffic lights.
like picking
and
people
just-
up as a
and
taxi?
listening to music and well, no, I didn't have that. It wasn't that. It was like the first one or something.
Oh,
Couldn't
right.
do
The
shit.
top-down one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know what that means, but.
Well, it's like a bird's eye view, and so you just see like all the roads or whatever.
Oh
and,
no! This was where you could see your guy on the icon.
And you're like running around
Mm-hmm.
in third person. So that was GTA 3.
Well, Ro has a correction. It's Call of Duty, you guys. It's Call of Duty.
Well, that's a game that I definitely have
children.
not
Oh,
played.
the children have all grown up now.
Also, I want to add that this is why you're lawful good.
I'm lawful good.
Yeah, remember? We were talking about this the
Oh,
other
right.
day and why that was confusing that you were lawful good. But here you are in Grand Theft Auto driving around,
not
obeying the
beating
traffic
people with
signals.
baseball bats.
I do believe in laws and government and everything. And I drove around and obeyed the traffic lights. But what I found was even if you try to just be a chill member of society, minding your own business, obeying all the laws,
What happens to you?
eventually you will accidentally run over some lady, just like in real life.
Just like in real life.
And then all of a sudden you hear, you know, and then okay, like now I'm just driving, and then the cops, like, they don't care if it was an accident, and they chase you, and then you can kind of run around and fall off things and die. But yeah, you can't just, the game doesn't want you to just obey the laws, is what I found. Apparently that's the fun part of it.
That's the thing.
All right. So Chelsea had a question.
More questions.
How many total sound droppers are there?
All right, I've got numbers here. All right, we have almost 90,000 users in Soundrop. 90,000 user accounts.
Yay!
Now, that sounds like a lot. That's the number that I tell executive management. 90,000, yeah, we have 90,000 users. A lot of people just start accounts and then never do anything.
Just kind of hang out.
So, yeah, so the number that is more interesting to me is much lower, but I think more meaningful.
Yep.
And that's the number of artists that we have on active releases.
And what's that number?
That number is nearly 35,000.
Okay.
So that's still pretty good,
That's really
right?
good,
That's
yeah.
a respectable number of musicians that are on live releases.
Considering what we're paying out, too. It's a good spread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, every single metric that we measure for payments went up. So our average users are making more money. The people that make the most are making them more money. The people that are making the least are making more money. So that feels really good to us.
You know who's not making more money?
Oh,
Is that the Trump troll?
It is the Trump troll.
Oh,
we should
I hate
zoom
it.
that in.
Yeah, can we zoom?
No, it's okay.
We don't have Wow.
No, it's okay,
We
says
really have
Tony.
some engaged people behind the scenes.
Putting over some technical issues.
Yeah.
Technical
Still?
issues,
Oh, yeah.
they
Just
couldn't
can't do
hear
it.
us. Oh,
Oh, wait, I did what I wanted to do.
I've never
Okay.
been more proud. All right. Next
I
question
think we
is.
should just linger on this a little while.
No, thank you.
Hold on. You want to just?
Oh, Rusty wants to linger.
Let's
I
just
was
linger.
just kidding. Rebecca's like, let's move on. And Rusty wanted to linger
Wow.
because he's still got that kind of like European.
That laissez-faire. I'm just gonna.
Just like we're just gonna
Dude, we're just
drive-
cruising.
We're just gonna drive to the next country, which is just 10 minutes away.
6 hours.
Oh, really? I always think of everything in Europe as just like the next exit.
We had some
And
long
now
drives.
it's-
I
now it's
thought it was.
Spain.
I thought it was going to be a lot of hanging out. It turns out that it was a lot of time in vans as well. Not that I'm complaining. Van life is tight life.
Oh man.
So
Van
we do.
life.
So we do have another question. It's from Osborne D or Danny Osborne,
Hey.
who
Hey.
his question is: how did Soundrop join forces with Tracklib, if I may ask? Danny's super into sampling.
Oh, okay.
And so, yeah,
All right.
when he heard about Tracklib, he got really pumped.
So okay, so let's do the thing where I give the not quite right answer,
Love it.
Okay.
and then Rebecca like clarifies everything.
Okay.
And gives the actual correct answer.
Okay. I'm listening.
All right. Yeah, you have to listen carefully.
Okay.
Correct all that. Do you want a notebook?
Yes, please. And a pen.
Right.
You're gonna make that many mistakes?
I'm planning
Uh-oh.
on it. Yeah. This is complicated, Tracklib. All right.
It's just the plot for Star Wars.
Yeah. So, all right. So basically, what Tracklib lets you do is license a sample, a clip of audio, different dollar amounts for different lengths of the sample from Tracklib's kind of pre-cleared database of audio tracks. So when you license a sample from Tracklib, a certain portion of your earnings from that release have to go back to Tracklib so they can pay the rights holder of the original audio. Now, because Soundrop has the ability to do these really nifty automatic revenue splits, what we do is in our system, we set up that share that needs to go back to Tracklib automatically on the release in our system when you upload the license that Tracklib gives you after you. Shit. I thought
You had it.
I
You
had
had
it.
it. No, keep going,
I
keep
just saw
going.
Rebecca.
I
You
just
need a
have
clipboard. Okay.
one small correction, but continue.
All right, so we have the account for Tracklib already set up. We have a process in our system. So for a company that is not working with Tracklib, not partnered, you would ask them this and they'd be like, what? And then you would have to do all the math on your end to give the percentage back to Tracklib, etc.
Yeah, like every month, yeah, you would have to deal with them directly. But the way that our system works, and I think one of the main reasons why we partnered with them in the first place is just because our systems play nice with each other. So you can go in, you can get it figured out, and then we'll set up the revenue splits, and then everybody that's supposed to get paid gets paid.
And again, we have fulfilled our mission to make it as simple as possible for you. And if I'm correct, when you click that little Tracklib, or what's it called? What's the link in the Soundrop dashboard? It's like deals on sample licensing or something or other.
Something like that.
There's either it says Tracklib specifically, or it's like a deal on sample licensing. And if you click that link and sign up for Tracklib that way, then you get some kind of it's like a 2-for-1 or something.
Yeah, you get to purchase
upfront
like
cost.
the downloads of the two tracks, which means you get to
yeah.
start manipulating them, and then once you're ready to release the track, that's when the revenue splits
Right.
start.
So you save a few bucks or something.
Totally.
All right, Rebecca.
Are
what
you
did I
ready
get
for
wrong?
your grade?
Yeah, and Rusty even had to take over, grab the wheel midstream, and I still got some stuff wrong even before that. So what was it?
You got one thing not actually wrong, but I'm just being a jerk.
Hell yeah.
That's what I was
You don't upload your license from Tracklib. There's no place to do that. You got to email it to customer support. Customer support sets up the split, and then
all right.
you're good. The other
You
big
gotta upload it to our support thinger,
yeah, you gotta attach it in an email. It counts.
supportthinger.com. Check it out.
We should definitely make www.musicsupport.com, musicsupportgroup.com, and supportthinger.com. Real
Support
thing.
thinger.
Also,
Just access my support thinger.
just a reminder
Yee.
on that is it is really important that you give take your notebook.
Get that out of here.
Get it out of here. It's really important that you give your ISIC back to Tracklib. That's how they're going to track your payments from us. Otherwise, it'll look like you're not paying,
Yeah.
which is a bummer.
Good info.
That's hashtag good info.
Here we are.
So, Chelsea said,
Work-related plans the three of you have after you, and then in parentheses, please don't
don't.
leave Soundrop.
Baby.
Honestly, I hope this never happens.
I made those kind of plans, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. I don't make after-work plans. I have a child. My after-work plans are making dinner. If I were to leave say Soundrop just got sold to Amazon tomorrow, and they were like, out. You three, out. Dark times, huh?
I think all of us would get by. I think we would be just fine.
What would you do?
What would I do? I would probably shoot for maybe working for a DSP.
Yeah.
Actually.
Oh, good
That makes
call.
sense.
And yeah, like Spotify or Deezer, and then probably move to Europe and just do that.
Oh,
Europe, I'm coming for you. It's gonna be great. But yeah, I mean that's really like I don't know if you guys know, but Rebecca and I both got promotions.
yeah,
last
we
week.
did.
And so like we have
guys.
official like
Thank you.
transferable titles.
Yeah, it's very official.
It is very official, which means that yeah, if heaven forbid something happens, we'd be able to find
Yes.
out.
Even saying heaven forbid something happens scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, I know.
Nobody wants to hear that.
So Rusty,
They've
what's
got
your new
hundreds
title?
of songs in our system.
So my new role in this company is product management. So I am the product manager.
Nice.
Sounds so
Official.
legit,
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
It's
Yeah.
I've been doing it for
Oh
2
my
years,
God,
and it
update
feels
that
good.
LinkedIn.
Yeah,
Already done.
yeah. And then Rebecca.
I am the community manager. I manage the community inside and outside of Soundrop, and that means a whole bunch of different things that I could explain. It would take
But
me
we
an
only
hour
have
and a half.
12 minutes. Yes. Yeah.
My LinkedIn still, I think, shows
Skeletor.
my Yeah, it's just a picture of Skeletor pouting. No, it's still my old CD Baby shit. I need to update it, but I don't, because I'm so secure and confident that I'll be retiring from Soundrop that I don't even bother taking care of my LinkedIn profile.
Yeah. I don't even have a
Famous last
LinkedIn.
words. Wait, you don't even have?
No,
Yeah,
I don't
who
have
needs
one.
it? Who needs it when you work for Soundrop?
That's right.
I do. I need it.
That's what I think of that.
I need it for licensing.
Oh, that's true. Rebecca
yeah.
actually does.
Retro Gaming Expo, is that in October? If so, I am sure as shit going to that because that's where the Tetris World Championship,
Yeah.
the classic Tetris World Championships are.
Yeah, we're going to that.
Yeah, we're definitely going to that.
Okay.
So,
Live stream from
yeah,
there.
Chelsea, are you going?
I want to. Yes. The answer is yes.
Well, no,
Well, that was-
there's a 30-second
Oh,
delay.
there's a delay.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. Thanks.
But yeah.
Children.
You should show
Teach
up.
me.
Let's
Yeah.
all hang out.
Let's hang out.
I want to play the life-size version of Joust, where they strap you into like a big ostrich and fling you around and like just smash you against things.
Wait, is that a thing there? Because I also want to
He's
do
gonna
that.
make it a thing.
I'm gonna make it a thing. Life-size Joust.
I mean, if there's a table flipping game,
Oh yeah, Rebecca likes
Yeah.
table flipping.
table flipping is
It's
You get out
universal.
all like
Yeah.
the frustration builds up in the office, and then as soon as you get to the table flipping games,
yeah. Well, you can also flip your own coffin, which I just love.
Yeah,
It's my
flip-
favorite.
Flip it from beyond the
that
grave.
is so
Yeah.
symbolic. Flipping your own coffin. We didn't even. I had this whole thing planned out where we were going to go from the inbox and like actually look at customer support questions that come in.
And it's the strangest thing. We didn't have to.
We
Yeah.
didn't, well, let's still grab one, just cause, and then we'll do the acapella. All right, we did still the acapella group names.
Is it
are
so good?
They're so good that
All
I just
right.
had to.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, guys.
All right, one, maybe two. Let's do it.
Real quick.
In the meantime, I'll ask the chat.
is there?
Since I've been away, I haven't been watching E3 at all. What highlights have I missed?
Half-Life 3.
No. And how dare you? But yeah, so
Are we looking in
while
the
they're
chat? Okay, they'll plug it in.
Yep,
In
exactly.
the meantime,
What do you got?
this is one of those emails where every word is capitalized, like
Ooh.
in the sentence. Usually a bad sign, but I think this is a question we could handle. My music is on someone else's page, artist separation.
Okay.
Is
Yep.
that a question?
It's a statement.
That is a statement. As long
right.
as they included all of their UPCs and the partner that it happens on, we can fix
Oh,
that.
let's just say they did.
Yeah. So that's easy enough. We actually, we have a form to fill out
Yeah.
for artist separations. You just like put the artist page that you're on, the artist page you should be on, and the UPCs that are in the wrong spaces, and then we fire that off.
Yep.
It's easy.
Yeah, real quick though. I mean, is the audience that we're dealing with on here so educated that we don't have to define artist separation?
It's my music is on the wrong artist page, and I need it moved to the correct artist page. I
Yeah.
may not
Why-
have an
whatever
artist
happened?
page yet, because I
Thought we
released
did this stuff for a living.
my my indie band named Michael.
Oh.
Based on the John Travolta movie, of course.
My favorite movie.
My favorite movie. We somehow got mixed up with the 6 other bands called Michael, also based on the same movie.
This is the dead inside view of a person who did a lot of artist separations.
Yeah.
Please don't call your artist name. Do use Michael. Any first names are usually a bad idea.
Just call it John Travolta.
Yeah, exactly. No
names.
problem.
Can't do that.
No, you can't
No.
do that.
All right. Here's another one. So it's somebody who is moving all their content over from another distributor that will remain nameless. But I mean, who do you think?
We all know.
So they're moving their stuff over, and as we told them, there will, for a while, be those duplicate releases because you always
yes.
want to sign up the new tracks before the old ones are gone, and you want to use all the same identifying information like ISRC, UPC on the new stuff. Oh, I love when you guys nod in unison with it. Like, this is the only time that ever happens. You want to, like transfer, when you upload it to Soundrop, the new content, you want to use all the same identifiers. So there will be a period of overlap while the content from the old distributor is still there and the duplicates are up from Soundrop as well. So what's going on is, all right, the stream data merges. That's why we do that. So you keep your play counts and playlist placements. Well, does it keep playlist placements too?
I believe it does.
Yes, it does.
Nice. All right. So checking today, they don't see duplicates. They just see the old release. Is it? And they didn't distribute to Google Play, so it's kind of complicated. So in a case like this, where somebody has, they're trying to re-upload their whole catalog to Soundrop so they can take it down from another distributor, they're saying, yeah, at some points, like I see some of it, some of the old stuff, but not all of it, and some of the new stuff, but not all of it. What could possibly be happening?
So I have, I've been helping a lot of people do this recently, so I have a lot of good answers. One is licensing, so you'll want to check and make sure that your releases have passed licensing. If they're still in licensing, that might be why. We do have to secure the new mechanical licenses for everything, so that could be an issue. The other issue could be just delivery problems, maybe we forgot to check a distributor, anything like that. So writing into support, asking them to look specifically at the releases was the right call. They'll be able to help us out.
All right, one more.
Last one?
One more.
Last one.
They want to use an artist name that does not have standard artist name casing.
Cool.
Oh, send
So-
us some web presents. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, what is standard artist name casing?
Well, standard artist name casing is just like title casing, meaning that the first letter is capitalized, except for connecting words and are they prepositions? The 4 letters or less, including but not limited to of, the, in.
With, that throws everyone off.
Yeah, from.
With?
Yeah.
From, except when it is
it's
used.
in parentheses, but that would not be in an artist name.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, God. You guys are amazing. All right, so all kinds of people use artist names that are like their YouTube username.
Yeah.
The name of your channel, right? It's very common.
And it's all caps, and it's so good.
Or it's camel case, where it's like the beginning is lowercase and then later.
Yeah.
That's a thing, right?
It's definitely, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, you could I'm saying yes, it's a thing, but I'm saying that in camel case back to you.
Oh, brutal. That was a brutal burn, Rusty. So what do we do? Somebody needs to use, it's not standard casing, but they've tried to submit a release and then it got rejected and it was like, you can't use that artist name because it's non-standard casing.
Yep.
What are they supposed to do?
All you need to do is email support@soundrop.com or fill out our handy dandy artist casing support form in our help center.
Oh, there's a specific form.
There is a
Oh, yeah.
specific form for
Yeah,
it.
like
forms,
we're
dude.
expecting
Yeah.
that to be an issue.
Yeah, basically, like, we just want to know that you're serious about the name that you're using. And we can pass along. So we know that, like, when we deliver content to DSPs, that we are confident that we're sending you as intended.
Yep,
Yeah, 'cause-
exactly. There's some specific web presence we need. Like, if you're a YouTuber, send us your YouTube channel. That's the best thing that we can do.
Yeah.
A Facebook page, always great. Wikipedia.
SoundCloud, Bandcamp. Well, you know, like, no, those
No.
are not good because you can't see follower counts.
No, it's just not on the accepted casing list.
Probably should be.
It would be cool if it was, but we're working
there's a-
with other
Well,
people.
Real quick, though,
in this.
there's a rationale behind the whole thing, which is
Yes.
basically like, if you have no following, they don't want you doing things that interfere with, like, search indexing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So basically, like a random string of letters or a string of letters that don't look like something that people can read naturally is just confusing for their users. So Spotify, for instance, wants their subscribers to have the best possible experience. That's weird. Lights are going off. All right, we're shutting down here. In any case, if your fans are looking for you under your YouTube username, they absolutely want you to distribute your music using that name. So it's all about just sending them a, hey, here's who this person is. This is what their fans are going to be looking for. And then they're like, cool. And we're like, cool. And then everybody eats pizza, cracks a beer Stone Cold style.
That definitely happens
Yeah.
every
That always
time.
happens. Us and Spotify just
Yep.
stone colding it. All right.
We've
All
got
right, acapella.
acapella group name
Are we ready for
of
this?
the month.
All right, I'm going to avert my eyes.
Rusty's averting his eyes. We've got
I wonder if. Okay, actually. All right. Is it coming
show it to
through?
the camera.
Show it to the camera.
Okay,
Oh yeah, it's showing up. It's showing right up.
All
there
right.
it is. Okay, Rusty, are you ready?
License to Trill.
Yeah.
Oh, License to Trill.
That's
We
a good
love
one.
you.
We do. We
You're
love you.
awesome.
Man, that's
That's a good one.
that's pretty solid.
Yeah.
All right.
Was that intentionally like Iron Maiden?
Yes. It's what took me so long.
Yeah, that's perfect because I immediately thought of the song The Trooper.
Oh. All right. Well, the Trooper doesn't end well for the Trooper. If you've ever heard the lyrics to that song.
I just listened to the trills.
What? The Trills?
Yeah, there's so many trills in that song.
All right.
All right.
Anyway,
We're gonna take this conversation offline.
yeah, we're gonna
Everybody,
take this outside.
for the benefit of. We're gonna. Rusty's gonna. Wait. You're gonna cash me outside.
Yeah, how about that?
This. There's a reason everybody always wants us to end this stream at 1
just-
hour.
yeah.
On the nose, and it's because
Things are getting weird.
things get weird. I start talking about wrestling. You know what? I'm gonna not talk about wrestling because I have some strong feelings about wrestling right now, and nobody wants to hear that. So instead, we're just gonna awkwardly end the stream.
I like
Cool.
how just ending the stream is awkward now, and it's wrestling isn't awkward, which
Wrestling minute is beyond
Hey,
awkward.
so yeah, official ending stuff. Follow us on social media
Yeah.
if you don't already.
Yeah.
Next live stream is tentatively July 8th, I believe.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Should we do another just
I
like
won't.
pure questions one?
Maybe.
I
No,
think
kinda
I
it
like
better.
it.
It's
Yeah.
way less preparation. That's what I like the most about it.
Yeah, dude, we don't have to do anything. We just show up and eat pizza and answer questions.
Yeah. Though we can take the recap offline probably. And
Yeah.
say goodbye to everyone. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for all your questions. This was awesome. We had so much fun. You all are great.
At Soundrop Distro on Instagram.
Yes, that.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you later.